So follow your pathway to peace. What does that mean? Well, for me that means you might be busy, stressed, have a lot going on, and you've clicked on this video because you want some peace. And how do you get from where you are to where you want to be? And for me that's a pathway, and I want to take you through that path now, the way I travel down my path, and perhaps it will help you on yours. So when I'm feeling very busy, it can take quite a lot just to stop and sit down. And maybe you haven't stopped, maybe you're still doing something and listening as you're doing other things, and that's fine. But I find it's that first decision to take my first step towards peace which makes all the difference in the world. It doesn't completely stop the rushing around and the busyness and the pumping of your heart and your head being busy. But it's a start, it's a step in the right direction. Just spending a few moments deciding if to sit down now, if to get comfortable and listen to this video or carry on doing something else at the same time. That might be the next step. And then you might want to decide at a deeper level that listening to this recording will help you, because it's your choice if this helps you find more peace. So you could be thinking, oh, I haven't got time for this, she's taking too long to get into it, I have so much to do. But you can just decide on a different thought pattern. The thought pattern could be, well, a few minutes rest and I'll be more aligned, and then I'll be able to get things done so much more easily. Or you could be thinking, a few minutes peace might be just what I need. Or it could be, having a break often works for me. It brings me inspiration or more focus. So choose your thoughts. Choose what you want to focus on now. Do you want to keep those busy thoughts that don't serve you? Or could you choose something that takes you the next step along your path of peace? And then for me, the next one would be my breath. Noticing my breath. If I'm breathing from my chest very fast, it will make me feel stressed. But if I take my breath deep down into my belly, I feel more relaxed. And consciously allowing my belly to move as I breathe takes my breath deeper. And not necessarily changing the breath, but just being aware of it can just change what you're doing. Just bring it down another level. And I find when I'm stressed, I'm moving fast, thinking fast, breathing fast. So just being aware of that. And another thing I notice along my path to peace is if I just do something for myself, like stop and have a drink, get a blanket and just put it over my legs. Some self-care action. For you at the moment it might be to get more comfortable. Sit down with a pillow behind your back or under your arms. Just a self-nurturing, self-care action could definitely take you along that path one more step. And one of the things I notice that if I have my eyes open, I'm very outward focused. And if I close my eyes, you won't do this if you're driving or operating machinery, but if you're somewhere where it's safe to close your eyes, then by doing so, it enables me to go within. And I know that peace is within me. It's always there. I might lose sight of it sometimes and forget it's there and focus elsewhere, but I find when I close my eyes, I'm more aware of my inner world, which is more of my true self, where peace abides. And one other thing that I like to do is become aware of my body. I find that if I'm in my head a lot, thinking a lot of thoughts, all the energy is in my head, and I forget about my body completely. But I find just being body aware, maybe just choosing an area of the body, maybe your right hand, and just being aware of where you're holding your right hand. If it's clenched, if it's comfortable, if it would be more comfortable to move it, have it in a more supportive position. You might be aware of a knee, maybe your right knee. You don't need to change anything, just notice how it feels. Of course, you can move if you feel like that's important to do, if it would be helpful. And then you might focus on your left foot, because how often do we think of that left foot? We might do when we're putting a pair of shoes on, or if we stand on a Lego brick or something hard, a stone. But most of the time we don't notice our bodies. So maybe just deciding to notice your left foot. And maybe it feels lovely. Maybe it feels free and comfortable. Maybe noticing your left shoulder now. Sometimes we hold tension in our shoulders. Just noticing how your shoulders feel. Maybe just comparing your left shoulder to your right shoulder. And then focusing on the left shoulder. And just silently within, give your left shoulder permission to relax. You don't need to do anything, your shoulder knows how to relax. And just allow it to relax a little bit more and a little bit more. And maybe you feel it sinking down or subtly changing position. And there's no rights or wrongs, it's just being aware. And I find just noticing the body and being aware is a very peaceful activity for me. So let's continue along that path of peace. Just imagine that path that takes you to your true self, which is peace within. And then that can radiate out to peace all around you. So being body aware and aware of your breath. Imagine you are on this actual path and that you're gliding down it. Which feels soothing and supportive. And allow yourself to slip in to peace. Peace is a feeling, a vibration. Just allow it to be with you. There's no forcing it or making it happen, just allowing, surrendering to this peaceful feeling. It is really who you are, the truth of who you are. You always are peace. You're always love. You're always empowered and free. And all this is who you are, the truth of who you are. And today, just focusing on the peace. Allowing yourself to feel that beautiful peace, whatever that is for you. And I'm going to be quiet for a few moments while we sit in peace together. And if your mind wanders off, then just bring it back to peace. Either thinking the word or embodying the feeling in your body, or silently saying the word to yourself. Quite often I breathe peace in and breathe peace out. I'm just going to leave you a few moments with peace, and I'll come back to you in a few moments. Breathe peace in and breathe peace out. Being aware of peace. Feeling peace. Surrendering to peace. And I'll leave you in this peaceful place as long as you'd like to stay here. And I wish you peace.